Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. This is going to be a daily vlog and not a regular Discipline Diaries vlog because my camera is broken. I don't have that kind of storage. So I figured I would just go ahead and film what we got going on today. And then I'm praying that by the time you see this, my camera is on its way back, or the new camera, whatever they're going to do as far as replacing, fixing, whichever one. Because I was just getting in the grind of starting to post 2 videos a week, and then this happened. I genuinely believe the enemy is trying to attack my finances because things keep happening. First it was my car. Oh, but you forgot it was under warranty. And then it suddenly got better, so I didn't even have to use the warranty. Now it's my camera. It's under warranty. And both of those warranties end in January. So had both of these things happened post-January, it would have been out of pocket. And guess what? Ain't no pocket. So it would have been over with. But I'm like, do you forget that you're messing with one of God's anointed? The Lord said, touch not my anointed. And I ain't gonna shake, stir, cry, moan, nothing. Because Elohim Shomri, okay? Nothing to fear. There's literally nothing to fear. God always shows up for me. Always. So dinner is ready to go for the next 3 days. I'm about to go ahead and cook the chicken strips up in the air fryer. That'll be my daughter's lunch. And then it'll also just be a little snack for me as well, some chicken strips. And lunch this week will be a yogurt bowl. I have yogurt, cottage cheese. Oh, I need to go back to the store and get more cottage cheese. I forgot that I needed to go get some good culture. I'm gonna have yogurt bowls, protein smoothies, that kind of thing for the week. Chicken breast to snack on, and then this will be dinner. Here's the rest of what I prepped for the week. Chicken, I put some in the air fryer, some in the oven. My daughter's little snack packs, her applesauce, and then I washed the grapes and put them in there. I made grapes with cottage cheese as my little snack, my after dinner snack. So yeah, I'm about to put all this stuff up, and kitchen is closed, dishes are washed. We're done. Without the cottage cheese, it's not the same. You got to have it in there. But this is coming from a cottage cheese lover, so don't judge me. I got my editing snack, grapes and cottage cheese. I said I was gonna stop staying up to edit, but I need to get this video finished. I have to send it over to brand tomorrow, and I'm still doing my final watch through and trim. I need to cut this footage down because it's 1 hour and 3 minutes, and I do not want this video to be that long. So I'm trying to cut it to about 45 minutes, hopefully. I'm gonna get this done right now, export it. In the morning, I'll watch it all the way through and send them the link. And this is going up until next week, so we're good to go. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I look rough. I just came back from a walk this morning. I completely gave up trying to vlog on my phone after I filmed those clips from earlier this week. That was what, on Tuesday, I think? Well, it's now Sunday, and I did not record a single thing since then because vlogging on my phone is just way too difficult. I wasn't prepared for it. I don't have the storage for it. It was just too difficult trying to show my meals, but log them at the same time with the same phone that I'm recording on. It's just too much. But I still don't have my camera back, so I'm like, I need to record a little something so I can have a vlog to go up. I'm hoping that it's back this week. I feel like it should be. It says it takes 5 business days to repair, and they received it on last Wednesday. So I'm hoping by like Friday this week I'll have it back. At least that's my hope and prayer. But as far as today, I just finished doing a walk with a friend before church. Ended up being longer than expected, so I'm gonna watch church. I'm gonna spray this little Magic Molecule antimicrobial skin spray. Apparently that's what the girls use to keep from getting, you know, breakouts after sweating and not going straight home. Maybe I need a little fan. Well, we'll do a book update now because I'm about to go to the library and return these. So I'm returning 2 that I did not read. I just don't feel like I'm in the mood for them right now, even though they do seem like good books. I'm returning Miss Pearlie's Girls. Not really in the mood to read this. Put it on my want to read list, so I'll probably get it another time, but right now, no, I'm not gonna read it. I'm also returning The School of Good Mothers. This seems like a really good story, but I'm not in the mood to read something like this. I'm a mood reader, so I just read off, you know, what I'm feeling right then and there. So if I get it and leave it on the shelf too long, I may not be wanting to read anymore. See, now I made my face all wet. I did finish Middle of the Night. I told y'all about that one already. So I'm returning this. But what else I just read? I need my, see, that's the thing. I want to get my phone to look it up. I'll do that book update when I get home because I want to be able to read the synopsis so I don't tell you more than what's already in the back of the book. But I'm limiting myself to 1 or 2 books because I know I already have some things at home that I'm planning to read. So yeah, let me put my air back on. Okay, I just got back home from the library. I want to talk about the books that I finished this past week before I show you what I got. I got some good pickups. Also, me and my friend are going to do those Sunday walks for the rest of this month for sure, but try to keep that up early Sunday morning, but we're going to push a little earlier. That way I can still get to church after. I'm at 7,000 steps for today and my foot was not hurting. Glory be to God. If you know, I've been having a whole lot of issues with the issues. But anyways, first book I finished this week was The Red Letter by Daniel G. Miller. People all around the town were getting these red letters and then ending up out of here. And it was a good book. I really enjoyed it. My first time reading this author and it was good. So she's trying to, she's trying to figure out what's going on. And as she's figuring it out, more people are getting letters that not all of them knew what was going on. So they'd be like, oh yeah, I got the letter in the mail. And next thing you know, they up out of here. The other one I read was my 5-star of the week, No One Knows You're Here by Rachel Housel Hall. Now that right there, yeah, I'm gonna give her a 5 out of 5 stars for me. This is my second time reading this author and I like her. I would have to look up her bio, but I'm guessing she might be Christian because she interweaves a lot of faith-based settings. A lot of church settings are in her books. In the 2 books that I've read, they have a lot of like church settings. She puts scripture in the start of her books. I always like to pull it up so I'm not spoiling it. It says, for crime reporter Saida McKay, obsession is part of the job and no story has ever consumed her like the Phantom Slayer. I don't know if you can say the word serial killer on YouTube. Can you, right? This serial slayer has targeted night workers in South Los Angeles for nearly 20 years. She named him, she tracked him, and only she can bring justice to these victims the city has ignored. The latest, a minister's daughter, a far cry from the usual pattern and impossible to ignore. Overnight, the case explodes and so does Sai's life. Someone's watching her, following her, anticipating her every move, and then comes emails from someone claiming to be the slayer himself, offering details only the slayer could know. She's made him famous, and this is the slayer's way of saying thank you, but he's not done. As her investigation gets closer to exposing the truth, Sai realizes that she's more connected to the slayer than she knew, and that he's been waiting for her all along. This is a 5 out of 5 star. It's a 5 out of 5 star because the author's note at the end. So she wrote this book way back when and then republished it with an author's note. I don't want to say why because I feel like it'll spoil it, but she republished it with the author's note at the end for a very important reason. The author's note really sealed it as a 5 out of 5. It was already, I was like, I like this. So Black author, my second time reading her. I'd never heard of her before until I found the book that I read the first time, which was, I forgot the name of it. I'll put it right there. It's a classic story of crimes done against Black women going overlooked and not talked about, especially in the population where people have deemed you off as, unworthy. These were night workers. I'm just gonna say night workers. You know what I'm talking about. They were night workers. So it's so easy to just be invisible. So whenever crimes happen to a population, people have essentially already written you off as, not important to society. Those crimes often go overlooked and not investigated as because nobody's checking for, oh, they were living this type of life. So whatever. This book, I loved it. I loved it. 5 out of 5 for me. If you haven't read Rachel and that sounds like a story you'd be interested in, I definitely recommend reading it. It was good. It was good. And I'm telling you, the author's note really sealed the deal. I'm glad I read it now and not the first time she had published it because I didn't know about these things. If you're maybe in Los Angeles and know a little background about what that might sound like, then you'll understand. But yeah, second book I read by her, and I noticed that she does incorporate a lot of classic, Black lifestyle, being raised in the church type of thing. The person who was committing the crimes is a classic example of, I don't want to go into it. I'm gonna spoil it. But if you've read this book, please talk about it with me in the comments. If you haven't read it and you plan to read it and talk about me in the comments or DM me. I need to talk about this with somebody and I don't have anybody that read it. I hate when I read a good book and it's just only for me to keep inside me. Anyways, let me show you what I got from the library just now. I picked up 3 new books. Let me get into this one first because this is new to me. This one is by Heather Gudenkoff called The Perfect Host. I've had a few of her books in my TBR for a while. I haven't read them yet. This one is about a couple's gender reveal, party turns deadly, and everyone is a suspect in this explosive page turner. They're having a gender reveal. Something happens at the party. Everything goes into chaos. Someone is no longer living. There's a whole bunch of things going on, mystery and investigation going on at this party. This sounds good. What I'm most excited about are these three. Steve Kavanaugh, Mr. Steve Kavanaugh, come to the front because I've read two of his books. I don't know where I was or where I've been when he's been writing these books. The two that I read, so good. 50/50 was the first one, and then I read 13. 50/50, and now this is a series, but they can be read out of order. I've been reading completely out of order. 50/50 was a book where two twin sisters both called 911 minutes apart, claiming the other sister committed the crime against their father. So the whole book is like trying to figure out, are they twins or I think they're just sisters. I don't remember. But they're trying to figure out what happened because they're both calling 911 saying, hey, I'm scared. My sister just did this. And the other one's calling, hey, I'm scared. My sister just did this. So the whole book is going back and forth between, who you think did it. I think from what I've read so far, his books would be perfect for buddy reading or a book club. Book club, yes, but also buddy reading. If y'all are like doing like, hey, let's read 10 chapters and then talk about it. That right there would be so fun because you're also on the journey of trying to figure out, well, who could have possibly done or what's going on here? His books are great like that. So these three, the whole series is about Eddie Flynn. He used to be committing crimes and now he's a defense attorney. So let's get into it. This first one is The Plea. This is the second book in the series. An innocent client, a wife in jeopardy, who will take the plea? When billionaire David Child is arrested for the ending of his girlfriend, the FBI believes his apprehension could take down a huge money laundering scheme. But first, in return for a reduced sentence, David has to agree to testify. The lawyer, Eddie Flynn, is trying to persuade him to guilty and give the agents the evidence they need. If Eddie can't get David to take a plea bargain, the FBI has incriminating files on Eddie's wife and they will send her to jail. So the FBI is saying, Mr. Lawyer, you better get him to testify as guilty or we got something against your wife and she's going to jail. What? Then we have The Devil's Advocate. This is book 6. It's not about the devil at all. He's won every trial because he's planned every murder. I'm going to just say murder and hope that that's not going to be flagged on YouTube. Yeah, it's about a book, okay? He's won every trial because he's planned every murder. Ambitious district attorney Randall Korn lives to watch prisoners be executed, even if they are not guilty. An innocent man, Andy Dubois. People say Dubois or Dubois. I'm from Louisiana. I would say Dubois. I don't know. An innocent man, Andy Dubois, faces the death penalty for the murder of a young woman. Korn has already fixed things to make sure he wins a fast conviction. The one thing Korn didn't account for was Eddie Flynn. Slick, street smart, and cunning, the former con artist and now New York lawyer has only 7 days to save an innocent man from a corrupt system and find the real killer. In a week, the judge will read the verdict, but will Eddie be alive to hear it? One district attorney that loves to watch people be executed, even if they're not guilty. And then he's up against Mr. Eddie, trying to make sure the right person goes down. I usually don't be caring about like court proceeding type books, but Steve Kavanaugh writing these books, he know what he's doing. They're so fast paced and they get you in the story. Like if this was a TV show, oh, I'd be locked. This one is called Witness 8. The front says, what if the witness was more twisted than the killer? Something is wrong with Ruby Johnson, a former resident of an ultra-elite Manhattan upper-class enclave. Ruby now works as a maid in houses like the one she used to live in. Unassuming, she sees everyone's dirty secrets from the inside of their beautiful renovated brownstones. But when Ruby witnesses a murder, she has wicked plans in mind that don't involve telling the truth to the authorities. Eddie Flynn, streetwise ex-con artist turned defense attorney, is the only lawyer in New York willing to take on a hopeless case. And none is more hopeless than that of John Jackson, the suspect whose DNA was found on the gun that killed his neighbor. Flynn and his unconventional team will need to use every trick they know to keep an innocent man from being locked up. But to save his own client's life, Eddie must first protect his own, as the scariest organized criminals in the city are out for his head. I'm excited for these. I already had plans on what I was reading for the rest of the month of August, but these might take priority because these sound good. And from what I know about how Mr. Steve Kavanaugh writes, it's fast. You in there, you interested, you're intrigued. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna read the whole series. I've done 2. We got 3 more. This is the 8th book. There's one that came out in 2025 as the 9th, and then one that came out in 2026, which will be the 10th book. One of Us is Guilty. Has it come out already or is it coming out? Oh, this one just came out on July 30th. Maybe I'm about to be on a Steve Kavanaugh kick for the rest of August. I'm going to go look on Libby to see which of these I can get the audiobook for because I can, go back and forth from sitting and reading versus listening while I work or walk or clean. I'm about to go ahead and shower. I'm going to do a good bit of skincare for face and body, all the things. I forgot to take my chicken wings out the freezer, so they're thawing out now. I don't like cooking frozen chicken. I need it to be thawed so I can make sure that seasoning penetrates and don't just fall off in the air fryer. Anyways, I'm just having a cozy day in today, really. I'm probably going to put on something comfy, not pajamas. I want to wear something that's still day clothes, but like biker shorts, something that's comfy in the house. And that's the vibe I'm on today. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Toodles.
When I think about His grace, there's freedom, something like a woman praise. I'm grateful for the loving that you gave. It's so amazing. No matter who we are, we know you'll never change. I'm in awe of how you keep doing something amazing.
Chicken wings and fries are in the air fryer. Took my shower. Now I guess I need to go ahead and fold these clothes that I dried earlier. That might be a good idea. We need some hangers. My closet is still organized from when I did it. This is the longest she's kept up. You know how it is whenever you start putting one thing falls on the floor and you leave it there, so the next time you got two things on the floor, and then shoes aren't going on the shoe rack anymore. They're just getting stocked up on the floor, and then next thing you know, you're back to a mess. But I've been consistently keeping things together in there, so yes. Let's get these clothes in. I'm about to put some good old jazz ambiance on the TV. I feel like when I clean my living room, that's the only time I actually want to sit in it. I just cleaned up, swept, mopped, moved the vacuum and all that yesterday morning, Saturday morning. So now that it's clean, I want to sit in there. Mainly now that the toys are put away. When those toys are out, it just does something to me. I don't like it. I need to turn all these lights off. Good Lord. I already have the container of wings and fries that I'm saving for tomorrow. Then what I'm taking out right now is what I'll eat tonight. Ooh, they so perfectly crispy. Get my schedule. It's gonna look like a lot of fries, but once I log it, it's not gonna be a lot. 122 grams of russet potato. Okay, let me log this and I'll talk to y'all. I just went ahead and logged it. This comes out to a little over 600 calories with 45 grams of protein in it. This looks so yummy. Just 600 calories. How much would wings and fries be if you went somewhere to get it? I can guarantee this would be way more than that. But cooking it at home for a little Sunday fun day treat. I'm about to sit on the couch and watch some YouTube and chill for the night. I might see y'all again a little bit later. I've been here for about 2 hours and this is all I've gotten done. I'm gonna work in quadrants because I just feel like for me mentally, I need to see progress to keep this going. I feel like if I were to do all of one number across the whole page, it wouldn't look like it's built into something quick enough. So by focusing on this one quadrant, I can see, you know, the picture forming, and then I'll move over here and then we'll go up. That just feels more rewarding to me than having to see it so spread out until the picture slowly builds. But yeah, it's looking cute. 2 hours, and that's all that I have done. It's a good bit, but my goodness, it's so tedious. It takes forever. I kind of wanted to do my toes tonight, but I'm gonna let them things breathe for a couple days and do them midweek most likely. I've been so locked in this entire past week and this weekend on staying in a deficit and eating what I have in the house. Also, since I did that life audit and corrected my deficit, the scale has been trending down since then. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, I was on go for so long that I didn't really stop and reassess and adjust. And now that I have, I'm like, oh, the scale is moving again. Which granted, obviously I was still in the gym, so I was gaining muscle and I still see the body recomping, but I'm on a weight loss journey as well. So I need to see the scale changing as well. So I'm so happy that it's finally going down consistently again, day by day, honestly. So yay. We're going to finish this year off strong, real strong. Hey y'all, happy Monday. I've been working all morning. I finally took some time. I'm on a lunch break right now to go ahead and put that chicken in the crock pot. Did some chicken, little garlic, onions, some good seasoning, rice in the rice cooker, and I have some green beans that I'm going to cook up later on. That'll be dinner for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And well, it might not be dinner for me today, to be honest. We're going to start it off on tomorrow because right now I'm reheating those wings that I made yesterday, and I'm going to eat that. So that'll be my right now, and it's 3 o'clock. So I doubt I'm gonna be wanting to eat another meal of dinner in the next 3 hours. I usually eat dinner before 7, so I doubt I'm gonna be hungry for that again. I'm probably just gonna have like a yogurt or something small to finish off the day. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this phone and looking over here at the screen. The camera's way over here. So y'all got to bear with me. Just for this video, my camera should be back this week. We're praying. Got that going in the crock pot. I wanted something simple this week, so I'm doing that. And then later on in the week, I'm doing burgers. Burgers only because I still have that keto bread that I bought to my friends. I think I ate one and then somebody else had a bun, I believe. So I still have all those buns. I'm like, what can I do with that? My option was either go ahead and do burgers, or I was going to do like some pasta and then turn those into like garlic bread. But I was like, let's just go ahead and do some burgers. Today's been a good day. It's been a busy day. I just posted my mid-year life audit video, and I am honestly, out of every video I've ever created, I enjoyed making that one the most. More so the editing. I had fun editing, but also I think it's impactful and it's meaningful to do a life audit. Thank y'all to everyone who watched it and has been like talking about the need to do a life audit. I posted this one on my personal Instagram, which I rarely share my YouTube on my personal Instagram. I have maybe like 3 times in the last year and some change. And I posted this one, and people in my personal life have also reached out about how this was so needed right now, or I'm gonna do this for myself. It's so needed. I want to lock in and focus on this. So I'm like, oh, I really like that. So I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. It was truly, 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 truly impactful for me to do that. The way my mindset, I'm gonna go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper. So for weeks, the Lord has really been speaking to me about stewardship. And I kind of want to do a stewardship series in the form of vlogs. I'm a vlog girl down. I don't like sit downs. I'm sorry. If you're a sit down girl, let me know and I can do more of those. But I like vlogs. I don't want to hear you talk about it. I want to see you do it. It's one thing to hear information, but to not see it lived out. I'd rather see you live it and then share about it along the way. I learn more from visually seeing things versus you telling me to do or not to do. Anyways, I would love to do a stewardship series because the way the Lord has been speaking to me deeply about stewardship has been significant in literally every area or aspect of my life that I can think of. So doing that audit really made me take a deep dive of finances, and that was the one that stuck with me the most, is finances, because I'm like, I can do a better job. And to constantly be wanting more or praying for more, asking for more, but you're still so frivolous and not disciplined, and you don't have self-control around your finances already. So like, how dare you keep asking for more when you don't steward what I have given you right now? And that doesn't just go for finances, but let me go to another thing. In that audit video, I said that I was moving in a few months. Well, since then, a lot has changed. I'm actually not going to move, and I'm going to stay where I'm at right now. And I'm going to just go ahead and finally decorate my whole place because I didn't decorate anything in the living room, in the kitchen. I'll get into that later because there's a reason why, and I'll go into that another time, but I don't feel like it right now. But I was going to get a 3-bedroom here, and when I'm moving out, the dates that the 3-bedroom is available isn't what I'm looking for. And I'd also be compromising as far as the location of the 3-bedroom. It would have been a compromise. And also, the Lord didn't tell me to do that. I wanted that. I wanted more and more and more. I'm like, well, I'm about to do private practice. I should go ahead and get an office now so I can just have my 3rd bedroom be my office, all these plans that I made for myself. So I went to my apartment. We talked about it. We went view it. I was going to lock it in. And then it didn't end up working out as far as the dates of when that apartment will be ready versus when I need it. And again, like I said, I'd be compromising. So whenever they emailed me and told me that, I was like, you know what? forget it. They were trying to help me like figure out a solution. I literally just said, no, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for your time. Let me know when the lease renewal is available, because I instantly knew that all things happen for a reason. I'm like, there's a reason why God told me to stay here, and it's about stewardship. I'm sorry, I had the pimple patch, but there's a reason why I need to stay here, and it's because of stewardship alone. I want to do a better job of stewarding the home that I'm in right now. I just finally had the capacity to go ahead and get back on a regular cleaning schedule and cleaning my home top to bottom more regularly and keeping that up. I'm like, decorate your home, make it feel comfortable, let it be a space you enjoy, really pour into it, and be grateful for what you have right now instead of always wanting more. My car, for so long, I'm like, I want an SUV, I want an SUV, I want an SUV. You don't even take your car to the car wash on a regular basis. I don't take my car to get washed on a regular basis. Oil change was months overdue. Registration was months overdue. Like, you're not even stewarding the vehicle that you have right now well either. So why are you asking for more when you need to show that you can steward this? So same thing with my home and my car. I'm doing a whole revamp and going to really pour into the things that God has given me and take care of them before continuing to ask for more and more and more. So that's why I say doing that audit was so impactful for me, because especially girls' nights. We were crying, laughing, smiling, like we had a good time. But I took what we talked about on a deeper level and brought it home, just thinking and reflecting. And since then, I've already just made so many changes in what I have going on in my life. I canceled memberships that I did not want to cancel. The gym that I would go to, the private gym that I was going to with my daughter and bringing her with me, I finally canceled that membership. And I had no plans to ever cancel it. I'm paying half the membership right now because I don't go to classes. I only go by myself. So he gave me a discount of half of the membership. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get rid of it, but you don't use it enough to keep it. So, I just really sat down and got real and cut everything out of my finances that wasn't an actual need. I want to steward what I have well. That is my desire in this season. And that's why that audit was so important and so on time, because God had already been speaking to me about it. And then when we sat down to do this, everything just hit even harder. And I finally made action after that. I knew about it and just thought about it and cut a couple things out of my finances, and you start up doing a little bit. But I didn't do what I knew I should have done and went a little further. So that was long-winded, but I'm glad y'all are liking that video. If you have not seen the mid-year life audit, please go check it out. I hope it inspires you to take a deeper look at what's going on in your own life. This is not to beat yourself up and be like, oh, I had all these goals in January, nothing was accomplished, It's not for that. Give yourself grace. Give yourself credit to the things that you have accomplished this year. Give yourself credit for the things you didn't turn back to when you're going through difficult times. Give yourself credit for the desire to even want to continue to make changes this far in the year, and do that. You don't need to set a whole bunch of new goals. You don't need to fast track to how I'm going to lose 50 pounds in the next 3 months. You don't need to fast track to how I'm going to save $6,000 in the next 3 months. You don't need to do that. Just do an audit, refresh, refocus, realign for what is needed for the rest of this year so that you can go into the next year where you need to be, or on the way to where you need to be. That's what it's for. I just said a whole lot and I was talking really, really fast, so I apologize. But I was coming in the room to get what? What was I coming in here to get? It's 3:18. I was in the kitchen. I put the stuff in. I'll put my wings in the air fryer. Let me check those. Okay, yeah, those fries definitely aren't going to be good. They're overcooked. But the wings I'm going to eat. I kind of want to go to my apartment gym today. I don't know. I'll determine that when I clock out. Get a workout in. I want to get a walk in. And that should be it for today. Maybe we should check the planner and that we'll know for sure. Meal prep chicken. Let me cross that out. I have walk for at least 30 minutes. Apartment gym workout. Wash clothes. Oh, I need to sit down and do the invoice. I'm gonna do that while I'm still on my lunch. I have about 10 minutes left. I need to invoice the brand that was featured in today's video. Okay. Yeah, so we just need to walk, go to the gym, and I want to read today. And other than that, pick up my daughter, and that'll be it. So let me get these wings out the air fryer, and I'm gonna sit down and eat while I send this invoice off and then get back to work. about to go ahead and get on this walking pad for about 30 minutes. And while I'm on the walking pad, I will respond to some emails I need to go through and a couple other computer things. And then it'll be time to go get my daughter. Before I get her, I'm gonna freshen up and set out our evening stuff. So I like to receive her well when she comes back home. So I'm gonna put out my pajamas, her little Bible on the bed, and kind of, set the room up to where when we get home, it's just time. She probably already took a shower at her dad, which usually she does, but I gotta take my shower still, and then we'll wind down, read a book, and go to bed to start tomorrow off fresh. I'm gonna end this vlog here though and pick it back up whenever my camera gets here. Thank y'all for spending some time with me. This vlog was all over the place. I'm trying to get the content out even with my phone with limited storage while trying to do all the things. I was not prepared for this. I'm still sweating. I'm still huffing at work out. I just walked in the door. But I appreciate you being here with me and spending some time with me on today, and I will see y'all really, really soon. Make sure to like, comment, hype, and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Don't give up, because I'm not giving up, and I need you with me on this journey. Toodles!